Vindicto is in an all-Protoss group, but then he's fighting his heart out in the lower bracket. Anyway, enough of that, though. We're actually in our Starcraft now. Enough talking about that to fill the time. Here we are, on the map Triton. We've got ourselves a Terran versus Zerg. A good old TvZ, and this is actually a match I'm very excited for. I was looking at the bracket and I'm like, ooh, rubbing my hands together. This could be good. You want to know why? Because he was the star of the previous tournament, A Freak of World, that I cast. And he's looking good. He's coming back. It's Dream. I can't really do properly synced up introductions because I'm not the one observing. But then his opponent is Impact, who's a very good Zerg. And I'm curious to see, for starters, how's Impact looking? But mainly my selfish fanboy Terran heart is looking at it, and it's like, how good is Dream playing? Because he's taken down some good players, but he hasn't really taken down someone who's considered like one of the solid players that I've seen. I mean, he's playing a lot though, which is great to see. Looking at this though, I mean, Starkiller takes down Ziggy. Puck took a map off Denver. Unfortunately, he did fall down. Puck beating Denver would have been so hype. Unfortunately, he was not able to make that happen. Probe takes down M. Canning, so America is starting to fall apart, as is usual in WCS. I mean, there's still a few red, white, and blue flags that are fighting it out in the lower bracket, and there may be a few more to join them. As far as this game goes, though, I mean, it's pretty standard, guys. Standard TvZ action going on right now. Yeah, I mean, we've got ourselves a spawning pool, hatchery spawning pool. The order is actually important. And just a Reaper out for Dream, so yeah, pretty normal stuff. Alright, let's take a look. I mean, Reaper pokes and prods, just doing its little micro thing. Double CC on the way here for Dream. I mean, he has been known to go for these greedy plays, but oh no, did Impact just spot this? Did Impact spot that third CC with the Overlord? I think he might have, because he backed off. And oh man, having a third CC be spotted by a Zerg is like, oh man, that is a blank check to the Zerg to do whatever you like. Did he spot it? Did he spot it? We may never know. But I think we can assume he did. And so Impact is going to do one thing this game, and that's probably going to make drones for like the next minute or two. Just drones. And then he's probably going to make a ton of units and defend any attack that Dream throws at him. Or just swarm Dream. That's the way it can go when a third CC is scouted. Of course, the Terran has a very good economy, but the Zerg's ability just to produce and just to greedy. The Zerg will be like, Terran, you're greedy. I'm going to go more greedy. We do see Pneumatized Carapace on the way for Impact, so maybe he didn't see that third CC. I mean, he's making a few lings. Okay, maybe he's a little bit nervous, because if he knew, he probably wouldn't be making a single thing. Besides drones, that is. Dream, though, he's getting up his barracks behind this, making Hellions still. But yeah, I mean, that Overlord turned around, but I don't know if it spotted what it needed to see. Hellions poke on in. Of course, the Lings are needed to defend versus the Hellions. The Queens can partially do that, though. Impact, though, I mean, like, I want to see some big rounds of drones. Let's do it. Where them drones at? And there isn't really any coming down. He invests in a lair. He's making spore crawlers. There we go. He's scouting everything, but there's no Stargate. There we go. There's the big round of drones. Probably could have been a minute earlier, though, I feel. That was not the case, though. You know what I just realized? No, never mind. I can't. Because I'm actually using my standing mic. I was like, I can turn around and watch this on my TV and commentate it from my chair. Can't do that, though. I'd love to get a standing desk one day, though, but they are heck expensive. Because it's, of course, obviously a lot better for you to get one of those desks that can go up and down. Makes life a lot easier. Commentating standing up would be nice. Get that better enunciation! or just being able to sit on down, or just like stand on up is a lot healthier for you. So that's definitely on the list of things for me to buy one day. I think I've only ever heard good things about it, of people who've bought them, but maybe that's selection bias. Maybe it is. Fourth hatchery on the way for impact. I mean, he's only at 57 workers. When you're a Zerg, I mean, I feel like the Terrans have just been macroing really well so far compared to the other players. I mean, I feel like if you were impact, you probably could have squeezed out like another 10 drones and been fine. Right now, he is investing in dropper lords. He's making a ton of lings to defend, but yeah, I feel like you could have been more greedy if you were the Zerg. Like, Dream's now moving out. Pardon me, Dream, not Gumiho, is now moving out for a drop. And I mean, there is a fourth base for impact. However, like, it's not as good of an economy as it could have been. I mean, like, the initial droning was gone, and now he's cut drones earlier than I think he needed to. Good queen attack there. Almost gets that medivac. That would have been huge. Let's take a look here. Lots of stim marines out. I mean, there's always a chance that Dream can just get a good engagement and shut his opponent down, but even regardless, if not, like if he doesn't just get like a good Hellion run by or like a good marine drop or something like that. Oh, by the way, oh my god, Banelings just ran on. Oh, okay, that was kind of missed there. But some Banelings did run into the natural, kind of forced a lot of lost mining time. Good split though from Dream. That was a little bit cheeky. We're now seeing a bit of a poke from the Terran. Yeah, and I feel like impact, he just doesn't have enough. We'll see. And no, he's got Banelings. Okay, he's rolling forward. He should be able to shut this down. All right. Okay, that was a drop that he got off. 6 SCVs died. Geonat, what a god. Subscribed, currently on an 11-month streak. Geonat, I've known you for a long time. And now you've also been subscribed for a long time. Geonat's a diehard. That must have been like, he must have started subscribing right as soon as I got my affiliate. Damn, Geo, Corey, Gil. Oh man. It's been a hot minute. How you been, Geonat? It's kind of crazy how you can know people on the internet just for so long. Just through games. Things like that. It's just absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look here. Just a pretty standard build-up. I mean, if I was to say who's ahead in this game, I wouldn't know who to say. Honestly, Dream is securing the fourth base, which is nice to see. There's a massive Ling counterattack from Impact, but Dream does have his units in an R8 position. Hive on the way for Impact. I mean, he's now up to 76 workers, but Dream's own economy is very good. I'm loving the attempted Baneling drops. Hasn't killed any SCVs yet because Dream ran them away. And they're all coming back now. I mean, the Marines are desperately trying to run back and forth between the bases. A nice denial on the fourth base as well, so this is actually pretty nice for Impact. Running back and forth like mad, pulling the Terran back and forth. Oh, lots of Widowmines there, but they are not in position, so a big Ling counterattack making it, or just a big Ling attack into the natural. Dream's not really attacking, so it's not a counterattack, but we're looking at this and suddenly, oh man, even Banelings being just suddenly, I don't even know a word for it, but they've just been, like, speedily delivered there by FedEx into the main base of Dream. 11 SCVs go down. However, 11 drones go down to a nice Widowmine drop there. I mean, a nice bit of counter damage from Dream. Still, though, I mean, I feel like this is all right. Oh my god, that friendly Widowmine fire. Seeker 1, typing exclamation mark Maturino. No Maturino for this event. I'm not the one organizing this one, but maybe they could do that. Or probably not. Yeah, no, this is just great to cast this event. Lots of Banelings roll forward. I mean, That was a nice one there for Impact. Comparatively to what we've seen earlier, like in that previous series, we saw Keen versus Ragnarok. Ragnarok kind of just rolled Banelings for days into planetaries. And that's not cost efficient. However, taking out that 4th base of Dream was actually absolutely massive. It really does cripple the Terran's economy. I mean, long-term, just Banelings versus PFs doesn't really work out. But when it's just like taking out a critical base like the 4th, absolutely worth it. Alright, let's take a look. 3-3 is on the way for Dream, though. We take a look at the army supply, and he is up a very nice amount. So Impact's macro maybe really needs to be making a lot of units here. I mean, because if Dream does decide to go for a killing push, it can be a little bit concerning. How many Banelings is there for Impact? That is also a good question. 3-3 on the way for both players. More Lings, more Banelings on the way for Impact. Is he going to be able to shut this down? But, oh, beautiful play. Impact's just positioning play versus Dream this game has been fantastic. Really showing great play here. A drop being shut down there by Impact, but yeah, Impact like just versus Dream right now. He's just pulling him apart. This is the classic Zerg play that just is all over the map, pulling the Terran back and forth, making them just kind of chase their tail in a sense. And so as a result, Impact's buying himself some time. He's still down on army supply. He's up on economy, down on army supply. He's now getting up from Ultra's Cavern, but if he can make like a few nice rounds of Banelings and gets oh yeah, look at this, get some nice Baneling connections, that would be great. Oh, let's take a look. Baneling's going to be rolling forward into these supply depots. Going to just crash on in. There is a bunker. The bunker will save a few of the SCVs. Actually saves most of them. Lings do spill on in after that, though, so Dream's going to be getting pulled back once again. Lings engaged onto these Marines and Marauders. Oh, looks like getting R8 trades there. And so far, Dream has been pulled back again. Impact, though, overall in supply is falling down. Like, he's got 5 bases as the Zerg. But Dream has just been doing a good job whittling down those units left and right. Let's take a look here. 3-3 on the way for both players. Impact, though, I mean, he might just have spread himself too thin. Like, he might have just been knocked down a little bit too far. He's committed a lot to these counterattacks, but Dream has ultimately been building up a much better army than the Zerg. How many Banelings is there? I mean, this is another nice counterattack from the Zerg player, but I don't know if this is enough to bring Dream home this time. And if Dream's not going home, he may just be going across the map to kill Impact here. There goes down one of the bases. Baneling's rolling on in. SCVs get away very, very luckily. I mean, Dream is still only on 3 bases, so if Impact can hold off, he's in an R8 position. We're looking at this, though, and I mean, 3-3 on the way. More Banelings desperately being made by Impact, but the supply is just too much. It's just a matter of double the Terran supply versus the Zerg. I mean, a lot of the supply isn't Medivacs, though. There's a few Banelings rolling forward. Of course, some of the Terran supply is in that production. Can the Zerg clean this up? Queen's trying to stand strong. More Lings coming on out. This is going to be close. 3-3 is done for both players. I think there may be Adrenal Glands for the Zerg. I'm not sure. Is Impact going to hold on? I'm not too, like, this is close. I mean, there is a fresh base for the Zerg, whereas the Terran's going to be mining out. He did finish another base, though, and is floating it over. Another Widow Mine drop, though, going off. Good reaction from Impact, though. Doesn't lose too many drones. Decent Ling splits. Loses a few Lings, though. 4th base under fire. That base is actually so close to getting killed off, though, so Impact really needs to be on point with defending that. And look at that. Dream knows that it's weak. He's actually just going to try and snipe it down, and oh my gosh, he's going to get it. That could actually be game-ending damage there from Dream. The fact that Impact just lost that 4th base, whereas Dream has secured up his own 4th. I mean, he hasn't really been able to mine for it for long, but the Zerg's economy has just been crippled to the point really of no repair. I mean, a Zerg generally just builds up a strong economy, so they are able to sort of absorb damage and just react appropriately to attacks. But Impact has lost that capability since he's taken so much damage. He's down on army supply. I mean, he's got ultras, which are very good, but the Terran is just, he's almost tripling the Zerg army supply. 1 ultra on the way, a few more Banelings on the way, but there's so many Marauders for Dream. He's got Widow Mines. He's got a 4th base. This is just looking good for him. A Ling counterattack being queued on up. Impact has been so consistent with these, and I felt like he really did play well versus Dream, but the economy or the macro behind it just wasn't there. He's trying to double expand, but you got to stay alive if you want to double expand, so one of those bases going down. Looks like that was a cancel. I'm trying to resecure this 4th base. I mean, Widowmine's gonna unload the Medivac. May go down to that Spore Crawler. It will go down to that Spore Crawler. But, Overseer gonna burrow. Or a Link. Widowmine's gonna burrow. Now we do see Impact's gonna try and hold on, but no, it's not happening. GG. Dream takes game number 1 in this best of 3. Alright. Great to see so many of you turning on in. Geonet spamming that emote on Twitch. We did have another follow coming on in, by the way. YDG2574. Thank you for the follow. Glad you guys are enjoying this commentary. It's been a while since I've been on Twitch. We'll just wait to get on into the next game here. I do apologize. My voice is kind of dying. It has indeed been kind of just jumped on in to a cast like this, but no, I'm really enjoying this. Great to see so many of you tuning on in here. 270 viewers currently. Yeah, I just saw this opportunity and I was like, you know, I'll cast this cup. If there's a tournament without commentating, guys, chances are, and I'm free, chances are I will commentate it. Because being able to cast events like this is great. It's great. Loading on into the next game, though. Here we are. Dream versus Impact. Okay, here we are. Continuing on. We've got viewers from all over, which is really cool. Korean viewers, English or American viewers. Followed by the Russians, the Canadians, Philippines, Japan, Vietnam, Australia, UK, Hong Kong, Poland, Brazil, and then various other countries. Belarus, Germany, Denmark. That is... that's Hungary, I want to say. I'm looking at all the flags in this little pop-up that we've got. Got someone watching from Hungary, followed by... That's definitely an Irish flag. And then Spanish, followed by the Spanish Premium, which is basically the Mexican flag. Or no, not Spanish. Italian, pardon me. Oh god, I do apologize for that. It's always bad when you make a mistake like that. Not that being Spanish is a bad thing, but there's no one Spanish watching. But no, I always find that amusing, just how, like, is there something there in which that, the Mexican flag is pretty much just the Italian flag, just with, like, just with its own watermark? Medicinal PCP just followed the stream. Thanks for the follow. By the way, as this game's going on, this is just oh my god, you guys and your usernames. Oh, what am I gonna do here? Medicinal PCP followed the channel. Meanwhile, Dream is just bunker rushing Impact. He's like, it's a best of 3 and I'm a Korean Terran. And I must end this game before 5 minutes. Because that's what Koreans do in online events. Impact is desperately trying to get a bunker up, but he's lost so much mining time. He has got out a fair few Zerglings. If he can get these SCVs, it would be huge. Or at least keep alive long enough for his spine to finish, then maybe go for the bust on the bunker. I think he's got to go for the bust here. He's going for it. Not all the Marines got into the bunker, though, and actually none of them did. He definitely maybe could have done something about that. Trying to get the SCVs is cute. He gets one of them. Actually going to shut down this bunker, so it's looking like Impact. It was looking very dicey, though. May just have held on. And oh my god, and you know why I stopped there for a second and said, oh my god, your guys' usernames. That's because Spackled Rectum comes in chat, spams a rainbow heart emoji. I don't even know what to make of that. Doesn't really spam it, he just places it. And that's all he needs to do. Oh man, it's Twitch chat is something special. Gotta give it that. Spine Crawler's up, though, which basically means you need 1 trillion Marines in order to break it. So Dream's got to be transitioning here. His 2 racks hasn't failed. You never know, because Terrans are never actually committed with the 2 racks. You can always macro your way behind it if you try hard enough. Wait, did Dream go for his CC on the low ground? And he's versus a Zerg, and he just failed the 2 racks. He is a madman. Who does that? You always CC on the high ground, but apparently Dream's like, I don't care. I got enough Marines to defend this. And he does. He's going to salvage that bunker. Will he save it? It's going to be close. It will indeed give him that money back, since that bunker salvaged before it was killed off by those lings. I would like to see another bunker go up at the natural of Dream, just in order to ensure that he can hold on versus any potential counterattacks. But oh, look at this. Dream is so smart. He's waiting. He's hoping that the lings run on into this slow field. Then he can just nab them up. Impact, though, not going for it. He's busy just trying to make sure that the rush is over. We look at the worker count. We look at the fact that there's a second CC about to finish up for Dream. This ain't looking too bad. If it was exactly like this before, I might be like, well, who knows where it's at. But the third base is just now on the way here for the Zerg player, so I feel like that's a little bit late. Hellion's on the way for Dream, though. Oh, gets a creep tumor. Look at that. That was slick of him. Shutting down that creep tumor, and that Queen's like, oh, how dare you. Hellions and Marines pushing on in. There's an armory going to be finishing up, so this is actually going to be a follow-up attack for Dream. There is a Spine Crawler, though, and I mean, Spine Crawlers are pretty darn helpful. However, Roach Warren's not yet done, and oh my gosh, is Dream going to cancel the third base of Impact? It looks like he is. He gets it. So well done there. Yeah, that's actually just fantastically done there by Dream getting that. That was a nice follow-up. I mean, Hellbats and Slow Marines. I don't know if he's going to be able to break the spine position, but he's sure going to try. 8 Roaches are on the way, but that's the main point. They are on the way, so Dream going to push on in. We'll see what he's able to get done. I mean, once the Roaches are out, this rush should effectively be ended. However, he's still being pushed back for now. There is indeed this Medivac. You probably want to try and keep that alive if you're Dream, and pretty easy to do that if you're killing off all the Queens. So the Queens are busy retreating. It looks like there's a bit of a counterattack as the natural of Dream. In the end, though, this attack will be cleaned on up. We see another attempted third from Impact, and oh, look at this. Ling's being a pain, but they're not really being microed. They maybe could have got a few more SCVs in the natural. It's a little bit too late for that, though. 8 SCVs in total have gone down. So very nicely done there by Impact, getting some counter damage done. And that might actually be damage to the point of no return for Dream. He does have a Banshee out, so he shouldn't die to like a Roach counterattack or anything like that. However, 28 SCVs is not a healthy number to be on as a Terran, even with mules. He's going to be hurting. He's going to be having to pick and choose what he's spending his money on. If he gets that Overlord, that would be a nice pick-off there. Of course, both these players aren't on great economies. Impact more of a healthy 2-base, though, compared to Dream, really. Looks like a Banshee coming on in towards the third base. There is no lair done. Is there cloak for the Banshee? That is the question. Don't think so. Oh, look at this. This is such a smart move here coming out of Dream, though. Gonna elevator Hellions into the main base. There is a spot which there's no creep. Looks like Dream going on in. There we go. He's moving the Medivacs, too, while unloading the Hellions. That is such a small thing, which some players won't do. And it will cut down on the time. And oh my god, these Hellions getting so much damage done here. Pardon my language there. 8 drones going down. More Hellions unloading into the natural. Gonna get 9 drones in total. All these the Hellions, they are gonna die. 10 drones in total, though. Banshees have forced the drones off the third base, so some nice economic damage getting done by Dream. I mean, he's got a third base. Is that... No, he doesn't have a third base building up back at home. He is going for an attack across the map, though, and look, he's up on supply. He does have stim. So Impact, he's just been droning and stuff. Combat shield on the way. Is this attack going to work here for Dream? I mean, Impact's kind of been pulled apart. Losing those 10 drones, that's something he's trying to replace. That really slowed down Impact, I feel. Now, in comes Dream. He's setting up a tank on the low ground, but he's coming in with Stim Marines. There isn't that many Roaches. There's a couple of Medivac to heal these up. The fact that there's no combat shield is kind of a big deal. And that's one tank shot that really softens up these Roaches. If he could get one more off, that'd be huge. I think Dream can inch forward with this tank if he so chooses. I think that would be a fantastic move if he does that, but it looks like Dream just going to settle to go for the main base, rallying more units across the map, going to unload inside the main base. He's got Stim Marines, so he's going to try and drop all over the place. These Marines moving on in, they're going to try and nab up a couple of Overlords, supply blocking his opponent, getting every little thing that he can. Loads on up. Does he get out? Looks like he does. So 3 Overlords go down. That's just hurt. That is just hurting there for Impact as he loses those Overlords, gets supply block, making 5 Overlords at a time. That is a painful amount there for the Zerg player. I mean, he does have a Spire done. He's got upgrades on the way, but that is the case for both players. Dream does have to retreat now, though. You don't want to lose your army in a situation like this. Both players not on great economies still. I believe, does Dream have a 3rd base up yet? I think that's a 3rd floating over just right now. So he is going to be keeping his economy going. Both these players have macroed out. We're having a proper game here between this. And the mutas are on the way for Impact, so maybe he's going to be able to make something happen. Both players will be on 1-1 relatively soon, which you think is pretty good for the Bioterran, though, as long as he doesn't just get destroyed by these mutas. You never know, though. Economy-wise, pretty equal. Marines moving across the map there for Dream. Wants to keep the pressure on his opponent. Alright. We take a look here. 2-2 going to be starting for Dream, or at least +2 attack starts. We'll see if he starts +2 armor. There we go. So he's going to be having himself a definite upgrade lead in the near future, which is going to be huge for a Bioterran. And oh my gosh, look at Impact. He just loses his 4th base. That absolutely hurts. The thing I actually said oh my gosh to while losing that 4th base is huge. Impact just made like 20 Overlords. And when I say 20, it's a complete over-exaggeration. He just fired at 5 Overlords at a time. So really overshooting that supply mark, maybe that's an indication that he is just going to bulk up on Roach Ravager and go for a big attack, which definitely is a valid option while these mutas are pulling his opponent back. 8 SCVs go down. Dream could be in a bit of trouble. He's got siege tanks. He only has Marauders to defend him, though. Every tank that gets killed off by these mutas now increases the likelihood by a huge amount that if Impact goes for a large Roach Ravager attack, that he will kill Dream. 2-2's on the way. It is not yet done for Dream. The army supply is so good. We are seeing that the Zerg is going to have to try and crash through this this slow zone here. The name escapes me for the second here. He is going for it. There's a ton of tanks in the back, though. However, this is simply so much Roach Ravager. I think if you're Dream, you need to pull SCVs yesterday. This is actually just one of those moves which is like, this shouldn't work. The Zerg shouldn't be able to kill me here. But he's actually just pushing forward because there is simply so much Roach Ravager. The Medivac's trying to heal, but the Terran's army is faltering. The Zerg is starting to wear a little bit thin. The tank getting great shots off, though, but it's just so much Zerg, and I think the snowball here is going to be real. More SCVs being pulled into the fight. Marauders so close, and Corrosive Bows get massive connections there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be it, and we're going to be looking at a tied series between these two. Impact getting Corrosive Bows off into that tank on the high ground. I think he just killed Dream. Dream, who's investing in a 4th CC, investing in 2-2. This is one of those situations as the Terran in which you're like, why did I just die to a bunch of roaches? I have stimmed bio. I'm not supposed to die to stimmed roaches, but attacks like this do happen. Fantastic capitalization. Just a beautiful capitalization there. And I mean, if you're Dream, you still have to be careful because the Zerg, they just keep going with an attack like this. Corrosive Bile goes down. Dream not really dodging it. He does have a tank on the high ground now. He does have the 2-2 upgrades, but it's still going to be tough for him to hold on to. Medivac's healing his bio as well as it can, but he might eat more Corrosive Biles there. You got to be so careful if you are Dream. I believe he kept his 3rd CC alive. He's got to make sure to keep his 4th alive. I mean, if somehow Dream can hold on, I mean, maybe he's not going to die, and he is getting a good engagement versus just part of the Zerg army here. Lots of the supply in reinforcements here, but then we take a look. There's mutas on top of the tank. There's no anti-air here for the Terran army right now. So these mutas actually working away in these Marauders. Looks like Dream is going to rout his opponent, though, so he stays alive. He drops the Terran Mule Hammer. Beautifully done by Dream. Somehow he stays alive. I mean, that was so close. That Zerg army just crashed upon him. He's still down a tremendous amount of supply. But he's a Terran player. He stays alive, and he's got 4 CCs behind this. He's got an upgrade lead. And this is one of those situations. Let's take a look. I mean, yeah. That's just crazy there. That Dream was able to stay alive. I thought he was dead for sure. Usually that attack, after it breaks the first Terran defense, usually the Zerg will just crash on through. Dream held on, though. He's made a ton of Marauders, but in comes Impact. He's looking to make another Impact and crash on through here. A lot of Ravagers, a lot of Lings. A Zerg, as I said before, in a situation like this, they are never done. They want blood. They want more. Looks like Dream, he's got to be careful. These Marauders could be getting trapped here. There should be Medivacs to save him somewhere, but look at this. In comes the Zerg. Dream, he was like, all right, are we just going to macro now? The answer is no. Corrosive Biles pick off that command center. Dream skirmishing, trying to absorb these Lings to the best of his ability. There's simply too many Ravagers, so I think he just needs to lift on into his Medivacs and then retreat to his main base, but no, that's not an option because he's trying to defend this other planetary location, and there's simply too much Zerg here. As I said, these attacks are never done, and in comes Impact. He just goes. If you're a Zerg, you just commit and commit with this, and the Terrans not quite ready for an attack like this. This orbital command is floating on over. Corrosive Bile may be able to pick it off. I feel like maybe not. Corrosive Biles. Where's the Corrosive Biles? There we go. Going down on the orbital there. It will stay alive. However, damage has been done as the Terran player, who's desperately trying to hold on right now, has already lost one base. He's got more units rallying on in. Can he hold on versus Impact? I'm not sure if it even matters because the Zerg player is on 4 bases behind this. That base is burning there. Dream having to retreat once more. I mean, he's just desperately trying to hold on. Sieges up another tank. It's such a close skirmish. The Medivacs are healing to the best of their capability, but it looks like this is finally going to be too much Zerg and Impact. He does make the attack work there. And despite Zion in chat saying, Dreamu, please, Dreamu is gone. Looks like we had a couple more follows. I'm not going to say one of the names because I've already pronounced it, which I feel once is enough there. We had V. Finadia left a follow. Thank you so much for following the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the coverage of this event. All right. Taking a look here. Just we're going to load on into the next game as soon as we can. If you enjoyed that intense hold, feel free to press follow on this channel. Check me out on like Twitter and YouTube, everyone, by the way. I do tweet out a fair bit. Those are linked at the bottom. Those are linked at the very bottom. Of course, my YouTube channel. I put out a lot of casts and such. And of course, it is September. So just keep that one in mind. Anyway, no, it is nice just being able to cast this. It's just fantastic that an event like this is being put on by just some organizers. I mean, like, this was literally last minute. I'm like, hey, see this Wikipedia page? It's like, maybe I can cast this. Lo and behold, I can, which is great to see. Now, this is the round of 4. We are into the next match here. Impact versus Dream. It's a best of 3. Not just going to be all 2-0s today. And if you're Zion in chat who's a Dream fan, just like me, never fear. Dream has another life, and we like close series, so it's worth it, right? That was a great game. I'm nervously still refreshing the WCS brackets, though, because my favorite players are playing, and I'm like, oh, are they going to make it through? Looks like Special Advance is 4-0. Cham goes down 0-4, so that hurts. We take a look. Petit Drogo making it through his group, or 2-0. He's one of the names I'm looking at. Petit Drogo. Stefano makes it through, first place. Time went down 0-2 to Stefano, which is kind of surprising, dare I say. However, he did play in a Freak World, and his results weren't that great. Normal openings coming out of these players, by the way. I am talking about the WCS results here. There's going to be a Haas-Serral match. I feel like Serral's just going to destroy Haas. But always in the mass PvP group. Rainer Showtime, that'll be a good match. I hope Hearthstone does well. Marine Lambo Mana in the same group. Looks like a Laser made it through his group first place. Meanwhile, Cum and Scarlet are playing it out, as Future was knocked down. Just worth keeping an eye on the brackets there. Big WCS fan. As this game gets underway, though, we take a look at that Reaper crossing the map. When's Patient versus Alive's game, says Super. That is going to be the final match of this stream, which is actually going to be the last one. And, yeah. So that will be after this best of 3, so pretty soon. Pretty soon. This is just a nice, quick tournament stint here. I hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. All right, let's take a look here. Factory finishing up for Dream. Pretty standard stuff. He does go for a third CC once again. Reaper on his way out. Pneumatized Carapace on the way here. Dream has... okay. So this is where I worry for Dream. He's just 3CCing for days. I feel like if Dream gets into the GSL or something, which he very well could do, into a Super Tournament or into something else, or say GSL 2020, oh my god, it's going to be GSL 2020, which is going to be nuts. However, we take a look, and it's like, Dream goes 3CC TvZ pretty much every game. So if you play versus Dream, unite us. No questions asked. As someone who's watched a fair few Dream's TvZs lately, unite us. Alright. 3 queen production on the way for Impact, so just a lot of queens. He scouts the third CC, so now he should be making drones. Busy trying to defend versus the Hellion poke, but that's all it really is. The safety Hellions for the Terran. Great to see some of you guys tuning on into this match, though. This is kind of just like, hey, yeah, let's live stream this. I was considering streaming this on my YouTube because I've never done that, and it would be kind of like a random event. I think I might just make things even more complicated just by streaming on another platform, though. By the way, these Hellions getting on in, and this is absolutely disastrous for Impact. Oh god, 14 drones going down. Dream's Hellions just got in there. And that really hurts for Impact. That really, really hurts for Impact. As Dream's 3CC. Pretty much, if you see a Terran who's 3CC and you're a Zerg, you have one job. Don't take damage to the Hellion Suicide, which is probably coming your way. And then make a lot of drones, because you're going to be under no other aggression. And Impact failed one of those two things. And now he's making a lot of drones, but it doesn't really count because he's already lost a lot of drones. So that hurts. Sunka7. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I mean, just crazy game here, though, between these two. Dream is starting to move out. He's got that stim, got the 2 medivacs. That's what you want as a Terran, but then we look at the worker count. And that is not what you want as the Zerg. Very easy to secure a third base on Thunderbird. Now we see Dream moves in. Very, very good scan. Going to clean up a ton of creep here. Shutting down so many tumors. That was like all the creep spread there for the Zerg. Didn't have anything in position to defend it. Dream scans again. He moves on in. He's just stimming on in. He's going to nab up a queen. He's so confident right now. He's like, I killed 14 drones with my Hellions. He doesn't actually know exactly how many he killed, unless he's super good at math on the fly. But he knows he did a lot of damage, and he knows he's just laughing all the way to the bank. As Dream is looking to advance on to the round of 4. Of course, a game is never done until it's done, though. Maybe we'll be able to see Impact come back somehow. But I'm seeing a GG in chat, and I'm kind of inclined to agree with that GG. Terran's 4th on the way before the Zerg Or actually, no, the Zerg has a 4th base on the way. But the Zerg can't really secure his 4th base. The Terran's now going to be dropping that 4th base. Alright, goodling reaction there. But I feel once the Terran comes on in with enough stim bio, it's just like, that. What are you going to do as the Zerg? You can't really muster enough of a response. I do like the choice to go for Hydras from Impact. If he can push Dream back just long enough to build up a critical army, that would be very good. But there we go. Suddenly the Banelings are gone. That is a pretty good surround, though. I mean, and all of that, no wonder that went so well for Impact. Dream fought before he had his 1-1. All right, I said there's always a chance, and I mean, I kind of thought Impact was dead, and I'm still kind of inclined to agree that. But he made the first step you need in order to make a comeback happen. It's like, all right, you usually, like, if something goes really bad for you at the start of a game, it'll slip away, but then you stay in the game because you're like, all right, I just need one thing to go right, and then one good thing to go right after that. And it's doable when you look at it. It's just one thing good right after that. So that was a very good first defense from Impact. Dream making the mistake of fighting before his 1-1 was finishing, I thought, like, that those Marines are just going to chew through those lings. But they were down on upgrades, which is very, very bad there. Dream snipes off Creep Tumor 2, snipes off a Baneling, but in the end doesn't get too much done there. And Impact has held on. He's got himself to 66 workers, which is a manageable amount. 14 more drones on the way. I love the boldness here. And we are seeing a counterattack from Impact. Dropper Lords once again gets 10 SCVs, pulls Dream back. And I mean, we saw that first game. Impact was just pulling Dream all over the place. If he can do that again, maintain a good economy, and then, say, build up a big Hydra army, and Hydras are fantastic. Versus Terran, by the way. I mean, we don't see them as much as they felt as we used to, but they're still very, very good because they're an anchor point. They can trade toe-to-toe with Bio. Particularly when they're ahead on upgrades, which the Zerg currently is. So, I mean, if you are the Zerg right now, you're doing alright. Impact just needed that one thing to go right, and then he just powered up. Of course, Dream is still in a good economy. He's getting up more barracks. He's gonna be a very strong Terran himself, and the supply is equal, which you generally don't want as a Zerg. But oh my gosh, 12, 13 SCVs just went down. That must have been a Baneling attack or something. Dream's gonna be going for a Widowmine drop here, it would seem, but like, nope, too much there. What are these units doing? Yeah, they're caught in that medivac. There we go, another Drilling Claws Widowmine drop going off at the Zerg space. That's 8 dead drones, so nicely done there. 16 drones as a connection hits the natural. 23 drones as more Widowmines go off. Dream looking for even more. The drones clump up. Widowmine shots not going off, but getting good connections there on a ton of lings. And oh man, that hurt. "25 drones just died. That set Impact back enough. Now, he was on a strong Zerg economy, but that 25 drones, like 10 drones, you can absorb that pretty realistically. Healthy economy, 4 bases as a Zerg. 25, that's going to set him back a bit. That's going to give Dream a nice bit of room to maybe plan his next attack. Let's take a look here. In goes the Overlord, getting chased by some Marines. Dream is slightly ahead on supply. No 3-3 for either player just yet, which is notable. A nice move for Dream, shutting down those counterattacks. Dream is securing a 5th base, though, so he is still up on bases. So we can still see the residual leads in this game from what happened earlier with that massive drone kill early on in the game. Like, a drone kill early on ripples into the later game of Starcraft 2. Let's take a look here. Dream planning another Widowmine drop. I feel like killing off Zerg drones is... it's tough to really say how many you gotta kill for it to be completely worth it. But if the Zerg has to make drones instead of army and then you're pressuring, definitely can be worth it. I feel like it's not as important in like a TvP or something. Because you really got to get a Zerg past the tipping point before they fall apart. Looking at this attack, though, this is pretty good for Dream. Just retreats. He is eating a few Baneling connections there. He is being chased off of Creep. The Banelings actually get some decent connections there. Reinforcements do come in for Dream, though. So while he does get pushed off Creep. A nice job by Impact there. And look at that. Impact actually cancels the 5th base of Dream, which was secured there. or which was being attempted to be secured. Fortunately, Dream, a smart Terran boy, goes for a double CC. You always double expand, because if one of them dies, you have another. And Dream's got 2,000 minerals in the bank, so I wouldn't even mind seeing like another factory, another starport, another CC or two going up. I want to see that from Dream right now. Another factory, another starport. Start up some armory upgrades of your Dream. You could be doing a fair bit here, because this game, it's not going to be a killing point anytime soon. A nice Widowmine shot could be going off here. Only hits 2, though. Those drones were kind of split themselves automatically there very nicely. Still, though, this game commences on. Army supply is ahead for the Terran. Dream will be having 3-3 done relatively soon. He's going for a drop as well. He's going to push on in. He's going to try and shut down this base. The Zerg player isn't ready for this. This is a decent free spread for the Terran. There's lots of Widowmines on the ground. It is a good number of Hydras, though. A pretty good angle. And Hydras actually do very well versus Marauders. So, while a bit of a close fight, I want to say Impact can hold on. Is his Hydras going to wear thin, though? Yes, they are. Dream pushing forward. A Baneling or two might roll forward. That could change things, perhaps. But then a drop in the natural going on as well. So, maybe Impact is going to start falling apart here. He's got Queens at the natural to defend versus that, though. Can he hold on at this critical base location? More Lings rallying forward. Very good versus the Marauders. Looks like Impact is holding on for now. The Queen's doing a good job pushing that drop back. Impact defends his 5th base for now. He is waddling off creep, though, losing his critical Hydra core there. And with the Hydras gone, that might actually be the snowball for Dream there. The Hydras, I mean, they're a very good backbone, but if you lose them, it is tough to come back as a Zerg, because you don't have that backbone to stand on. He's holding strong right now. 4 Hydras and a Dream putting out as much DPS as they can, while the Lings buffer so many Widowmines. Good unburrow there for Dream, as he wants to keep this push going. He wants to keep moving forward in this tournament, and if he can make this attack work, he can do that. Dream off the back of a strong economy still going. Impact is desperately trying to hold on to what, though? No ultras on the way. He's just gonna keep making Ling Bane. Hydra, I mean, he needs some more Banes. He really needs to get a solid clear on the Terran. The Hydra's engaging this army. The hatchery goes down, though. That is really gonna hurt. Impact realizing that, alright, I lost the hatch, I'm gonna back off. There's no point in dying on this hill. Now, though, Dream just continuously bullying him. Banelings roll forward, get some okay connections, but not really enough there. I think the Zerg might be wearing thin right now. I mean, it's close. It's tough to say. That's a lot of Hydras, and Hydras are good units versus Bio that has already dumped their stim. Widowmine's getting connections, though, and suddenly a nasty surround as Dream rallies and pushes back. Impact is holding on. He's trying to get out some Broodlords, though, and we do take a look. All that Dream has, that's anti-Broodlord, is pretty much Marines, and they are not enough to do so. So if the Broodlords can get out, that could be enough to buy Impact some critical time to try and muster his forces here. There we go. A Broodlord is now out, and that's going to be enough to start baiting out those Widowmines. There's only one Broodlord out. Where are the rest of them? The rest of the Broodlords so slow. Where are they? There we go. There they are. Now Banelings start getting connections off, though. We are seeing the Terran just sort of charge on in here willy-nilly, though, but the Broodlords are going to push this Bile back in the end. 11 drones did die, but Impact, I mean, he's holding on. He's getting up another base. The Broodlords really want to dislodge this Terran. Crazy Widowmine drops going off, though. More and more drones going down. 24. A very, very painful amount there. It's like the Broodlords have dislodged the Terran, though. So somehow Impact stays alive. All right, let's take a look here. Broodlord's hanging around. Hydra's coming on in. Alright, let's take a look. Dream's still pushing on in. I mean, the supply, it's that 199 to 144. Not too good for the Zerg. We have a subscription. Mitsuo Wolfblood with this tier 1 subscription. Then says, oh my god. Alright, Mitt. I will duel you. I will duel you. You know, Mitt, I've got something to tell you. and it's something that you need to do, and I'll do it after this game, but this game could be over pretty darn soon here. In goes Dream, there's Infestors out, but it's not really enough for impact. Yeah, I think Dream actually just ended this game, so the end of that game coming pretty darn quick here. GG gets called. Dream takes the game and takes the series. So far, we have all Terrans advancing, but no, Mitsuo Wolfblood subscribing. Giving us that base god subscription. The dream is alive. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Mitt. I've known you for years, and I've like never got $1 out of you, so in the end, it's all worth it, right?